There is so much love on this planet. In the last few days, I've just been realizing how much kindness and compassion there is. How many beautiful, beautiful souls. They're ordinary people. They don't stand on podiums and shout to the masses and then sort of put opium onto the masses and feed them that opium because that's how they can play their power games. A true soul doesn't need podiums. It simply shines its light in the deepest shadows. That doesn't mean that you cannot go and stand on a podium if that's what you're called to do. It just means that we often overlook the kindness and compassion, the beautiful loving souls that are already there on the planet. And they don't always come in human forms, they come in many other forms. And let us just understand that there are many angels that are walking here right amongst us now, human angels, and many other angels that we don't even understand that they are there. There is a beautiful unfolding here, and that unfolding comes deep into your heart. We have been so programmed to be someone we are not, that when we live the truth of our souls, we grow brighter and brighter. But the love in our heart also expands and expands to embrace all living beings. It's when you start refraining from judgment of yourself and others that the heart can truly see. Because judgment separates, when in truth there's only one. And how many times do we judge ourselves more than we judge others? You are lovable just the way you are. And when that judgment comes, go and put it up and look, take yourself in the arms and say, you're lovable just the way you are. And in truth you are. There's nothing wrong with you. That doesn't mean there's not room for improvement. We all can improve. And we all are asked to improve now, as we let go of the old. There's a time now when we will start to understand that there's so much encoded in us, in our DNA, in the new DNA that is now being fully activated, the 12 strands of DNA, that we will start to understand that we read each other on many, many levels. That all of us have got sacred geometries right here in our foreheads. That is the sacred geometry of your soul. When I do my soul readings, I transmit that into words, because the language of the universe is not sound, it's not words, although you can, through sound, also have sacred geometries in the sound, because that has been proven over and over again. So the sound is in the sacred geometry. The colors are in the sacred geometry. And also your tonal chord is in that same sacred geometry that's here on your forehead. Even your galactic home is right there. It's written in there. It's in the sacred geometry. And in truth, when we meet souls, this is there where the eyes are the windows of a soul, but your forehead actually tells you everything about the soul. We will start to be able to read that again. And that is the beauty of it. Because when we stand in the nakedness of our soul, there's no hiding place anywhere. We cannot lie. We cannot be anyone that we are not. In any case, if you stand in your truth, why do you want to lie? You don't want to lie to anybody, least of all yourself. Because you must remember that all of life is reflected and mirrored back to you. Whatever you see in others is there within yourself. That's one of the greatest teachings all the masters have taught, and what the mystery schools have taught all along. I read a beautiful a paragraph on Serapis Bey, Lord Serapis Bey, who is now really anchoring in the white flame in a greater degree on this planet as part of a Universal Council's decision to allow it back. And I've been working with this for a few years now, lots of years, since 2004 with my great awakening of who are the truth of who and what I am. But you know what the beauty of it is? That in his ashram, he has an ashram, and that's over Luxor in Egypt, because that's where the white flame is still kept in custody for humankind, although it's now bringing over the whole earth. But in his ashram, those that actually are his students, they are not allowed to leave that ashram until they finally see what they see in others is there within themselves. And we have every single human trait under the sun. There's nothing missing. We are all that is. Once you realize that and somebody pushes your buttons, then ask yourself why. What is this person reflecting back to you? What is it that you have not loved and owned and accepted within yourself? That's a great thing and a question to ask, because immediately the judgments slip away. You might not have killed anybody, but how many times have you sent daggers to somebody in your thoughts, with your words, with your deeds? See, it works on all levels. And we are so asked now to be conscious of our thoughts, to be conscious of the words that are leaving our mouth, because words have power, it's sound. And then also the intention behind it. And then, of course, what are you doing? What's your action? What are you bringing into the world? What are you creating? Because thoughts create, words create, and deeds create. And that's the beauty of it. You know, when we start to visualize what would we like to really co-create in the new golden age that is there for the highest good of all concerned, and with great love, wow, we get inspired deeply within. What is it that you want to leave as a legacy of love for the new humanity? Think about it. And when you think about it, everything becomes love. Because love is the truth of who or what you are. You've never been anything but love. Then go and shine in that love. So that this sacred geometry that's right there on your forehead lights up like a crystal, a beautiful crystal. And it shines so brightly. You know that in ancient times, when healing was done energetically, there was a beam that came from your heart and a beam that came from your forehead, and it was beamed into the person that you were healing. Because when the mind and the heart are one, great miracles can be achieved. But it's also because all your faculties, your higher channels were open as well. So what you were projecting out was amplified by the divine within you, the source within you. Isn't that beautiful? You could not do that if your intent was yet pure and if you did not do this from the heart of love. And that's where the melodies, the songs of a soul also come out. Because in that healing, often toning would be used as well. So that everything would be in one beautiful unity, in cosmic unity, in oneness and harmony. And that is what we're returning to, where everybody will be able to read everybody's mind and the intent as well, and where we actually will live as one, because now nobody can lie anymore. Nobody can tell untruths anymore. Because if you tell untruths and if you lie, even to yourself, that is a part of the judgment. Because you do not want to face the truth. And often we deny it. And yet the truth always sets you free. And so does love. Unconditional love. Love that is all embracing. Where you finally see that darkness and light moves into beautiful balance and harmony. And when that, because they balance each other out, it's like the positive and the negative, the yin and the yang. And then that's a state of highest consciousness. That's a state of equilibrium. Where you shine just the way you were created to be. And just this beautiful love that is there inside you. How beautiful you are. Look at your soul. Go and meditate on your sacred symbol here. And you will find that God does not create imperfections, whatever you want to call the divine source, the source of all creation, does not create imperfections, only perfection. And you know, when you ask to see your soul in its true soul form, you'll be astounded at how beautiful and perfect you are. May that be your heart opening today. May that be your soul awakening today in a higher sense. Thank you for being on this planet. Thank you for being the truth, the light, and the love that you are in truth. May you be blessed. Thank you for being here on this planet at this most amazing, beautiful, profound time.